It's a natural phenomenon. The sun, the rain, the wear and tear. Eventually these elements can turn that shiny, new, expensive piece of equipment into a dull, faded, value-depleted asset. I guess you could repaint it, right? But wait, maybe there's a better way. We are excited to offer you an innovative, time-saving, and cost-effective, value-added alternative to repainting your used equipment, Dakota Shine. We all know that restoring paint and decals to their original color and gloss will enhance the value of your equipment, whether it's for sale or for rent or just needs to retain a position in your fleet. We also know that repainting your equipment can be very expensive and generally takes your machine out of service for a long period of time. So why do it, when in most cases Dakota Shine is a far better alternative? Unlike waxes that just temporarily shines the surface, Dakota Shine works by penetrating deep into the oxidized paint surface and actually interacting with the existing paint pigments to bring the old faded paint back to a like-new appearance. This process also works well on most plastics. Dakota Shine can actually restore the color, restore the luster, and restore the value to your equipment with a simple, fast, and inexpensive 4-step process. Please note, the ingredients in Dakota Shine will turn a pure white surface into an off-white if applied too heavy. In most cases, a pure white surface will benefit from just cleaning it with Dakota Prep. We recommend not using Dakota Shine on a pure white surface. All other colors and off-whites turn out fantastic. By watching this simple step-by-step process, you will see that Dakota Shine is easy to use. Most shops and customers can restore value and lost curb appeal, all while saving time, money, and the expense of repainting. Okay, let's begin the Dakota Shine process. One of the keys for a successful project is determined by how well the surface you are working on has been cleaned and prepped. So, start the process by thoroughly cleaning and degreasing the equipment, preferably by using a pressure washer. Pay special attention to problem areas such as rust spots to remove any loose materials. Glue from old decals should be removed as much as possible with the degluing agent. Don't forget to wash the engine compartment, as Dakota Shine will enhance the hoses and components under the hood. After cleaning, you are ready to start the Dakota Prep application. All you will need to apply Dakota Prep is a clean wash bucket, scrub pads, and fresh water source. First, mix 8 to 10 ounces of Dakota Prep per gallon of water and soak your scrub pads in it. Gray scrub pads are for light or minimal oxidation, and maroon scrub pads should be used on heavy or severely oxidized surfaces. Work on an area you can comfortably reach, working from the top down, then from the bottom up, using a back and forth motion, not a circular or up and down motion. You can actually see the old pigmentation flowing away in the suds. 3 passes should be sufficient, but heavily oxidized surfaces may require more scrub time. A properly prepped surface should feel as if the scrub pad is being pulled across glass. Be sure to keep the work area and the pad wet at all times to prevent scratching. Rinse with water from a hose or pressure washer while the area is still wet, and then move on to the next section. Continue this step-by-step process until all of the surfaces have been properly prepared. Apply a final rinse of fresh water and then allow it to dry completely. Special note, if Dakota Prep is allowed to dry on the surface, it will leave a residue, so be sure to rinse it before it dries. If the process is interrupted and Dakota Prep dries, just apply again and rinse away. You can shorten drying time by using a clean leaf blower or fan. Applying Dakota Prep actually softens the paint surface slightly while it works, so treat it gently until the final finish is applied. We recommend you do not touch the prep surface when wet or dry. Masking off decals is not required, although use caution and prep lightly over any decals since they are thin and delicate. Allow the equipment to completely dry before continuing. Before starting the Dakota Shine application, you should touch up those problem rust spots and areas where paint has been chipped or scraped off using OEM paint. Sand off rust or rough areas for best results. And a special note, using non-OEM paint can result in a patchy effect. Carefully apply a series of thin coats of paint until the damaged spots are covered. It helps the appearance if you feather the touched up paint out. Allow the paint to tack up but not completely dry before applying Dakota Shine. And you will see Dakota Shine is very effective at blending the newly painted areas with the surrounding surfaces. When the equipment is completely dry and spot painted areas have become tacky, you are ready to bring that faded surface back to life. You will need the Dakota Shine aerosol can or paint gun, a respirator or disposable mask, regulator, water trap, and a clean air hose. Warning: do not use an air line that has been hooked up to an oiler. And a special note, adding a half pint of enamel hardener similar to or Diamond Vogel's N7019 per gallon of Dakota Shine will in some cases extend the longevity of the product. We recommend it on most bright colors. Once this hardener is added to Dakota Shine, that portion needs to be used within a few hours. Another key to the success of this project depends on applying the right amount of Dakota Shine uniformly into the surface. We recommend either an HVLP or conventional paint gun with a 1.4 to 1.6 tip. For optimum results, the product should be sprayed at 55 to 60 psi in a paint spray booth or controlled environment, like a wash bay, closed garage, with the surface temperature above 70 degrees. If applying outdoors, please take special care to prevent dust or other debris from contaminating the surface. There is no need to mask decals because Dakota Shine will rejuvenate the faded decals along with the surrounding surfaces. Glass areas may be masked off, or Dakota Shine residue can be removed after application by using a lacquer solvent and rag. Masking of plexiglass windows is required, as lacquer solvent will damage plexiglass. Applying Dakota Shine is simple. Spray one thin, even coat into the surface, splitting your tracks or overlapping each pass to ensure complete coverage. Do not apply Dakota Shine heavy like paint. If you see a run, you have definitely applied too much product. In other words, more is not better in this process. You are looking for eye appeal and even coverage. So once the color comes to the surface, there is no need for further application. Dakota Shine works by penetrating the surface, so try to keep the aerosol can or paint gun perpendicular to the surface to ensure proper penetration. If a spot is missed, you have only 15 to 20 minutes to go back and fix that area. If the surface has already dried, do not try to blend in more Dakota Shine. You can use Dakota Shine aerosol to touch up areas that are difficult to reach with the paint gun, but remember, you must do the touch-ups within 15 to 20 minutes of the application to adjacent areas. Dakota Shine is not designed to dry quickly. The reason for this is to allow Dakota Shine to reactivate a deeper and richer pigmentation. This process should take place indoors in a controlled environment. Under ideal conditions, which is around 70 degrees, you should allow the piece to dry undisturbed for 2 to 4 hours, and then try to wait at least 24 hours before renting or continuing to use the equipment. After applying Dakota Shine, the surface will continue to cure and strengthen just like new paint. Treat it as if it was freshly painted. Dakota Shine is fully cured when it feels smooth to the touch, which is 3 to 4 days typically. The result is impressive. In a matter of just a few hours, you can transform that embarrassing, faded piece of equipment into a valuable asset with a brilliant showroom shine. And you can do it for a fraction of the time, trouble, and expense of repainting. Apply Dakota Prep and Dakota Shine in the shop today and put your equipment back to work or up for sale tomorrow. It's as simple as that. Now let's take a brief look at some actual equipment before and after the application of Dakota Shine. Dakota Prep and Dakota Shine could completely transform the way you process your rental or used equipment. Companies both large and small have discovered the ease and economy of implementing a reconditioning program based on Dakota Prep and Dakota Shine. There is simply no better way to add value to your used equipment.